Zakir Naik. My name is Mehboob Khan. I am from Mangalore. I am engaged in agriculture. So you have been talking very concernedly about the readership of the newspapers, non-electronic media. Hopefully, we have a situation, our education system is so poor that naturally we cannot expect any readership there. And as far as the English papers, very few English papers that are concerned, in 1992 I remembered having picked up a copy of Islamic Voice that they had featured the death of Muhammad Asad. And that the feature, it was written that he was born in Australia. If the administration of a paper is lacking so much in the geography, as from Australia they cannot make a difference as between Australia and Austria. It is, how can you expect a non-Muslim to appreciate a paper? And the grammatical mistakes are, I'm sorry, Dr. Naik, my question is not within the definition of a question. You may have to bear with me for a few moments.
Please, may I request you to come to your question?
Because we can't hear clearly.
No, the entire thing, entire lecture of today is, centered upon the lack of, mass communication, and we don't have the education amongst the Muslims.
It's a wonderful question, brother. The brother asked a good question, that today in the Muslim Ummah, we don't have proper education, and we don't have proper training, etc. So my lecture is based on that. That's why I'm giving a talk to inspire. There may be certain philanthropists here, or may see the cassette who may start having good education. And I've given a talk on Islam for children, showing how to start schools based on the Quran and Hadith. How can you have good school in the modern times, having the knowledge of modern world as well as Quran, Hadith simultaneously. I've given talks for that also. The brother said that he read in Islamic Voice, Muhammad Asad, he's born in Austria, that I know, but they mentioned by mistake Australia. How can they make a difference? The difference only of Austria and Australia, AL, is added extra. So, brother, do you know, Times of India is supposed to be the best paper, correct, in India? Times of India. Brother, do you know or not? Times of India in English is supposed to be one of the best. Right or wrong? Yes, I appreciate it. Do you know, I find on the first page, minimum 20 mistakes. Let me give minimum 20 mistakes. Minimum 20 mistakes. A person should be trained to find out the mistake. I do know, even in Times of India, in first page only, minimum you'll find either spacing mistake, either comma mistake, either grammatical, and they have the best people in Times of India. Less mistakes you have in weekly paper and monthly paper, I don't know. That doesn't mean I'm supporting Islamic Voice. I'm not supporting. What I'm telling you, alhamdulillah, with whatever limited thing he had, at least he's doing what you should say. I will start a newspaper. Inshallah, there will not be a single mistake. We Muslims have a habit of pointing at the finger. Oh, he's not doing it. I'm not blaming you, brother. I'm not blaming you. I'm not telling you are doing that. I'm giving the Muslim view. I'm not telling you are blaming. What we should do, we should say, okay, I will start a paper better than Islamic Voice. Alhamdulillah. No problem. But if you can't at least support that paper, we should not pull each other's leg. What we are doing, Muslims are wasting more time. If I want a paper, what you should do, you should support that paper and then we'll make a new paper. We in IRF, we support the other Dawah organization. We don't say, oh, this Jamaat Islami is wrong, so I'll pull him down. This Salafi organization is wrong. Support everyone and you do Dawah. Because we are doing for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Support all the organization. Whatever is coming, support them, and even you do. Don't pull each other's leg. Least you can do is stay neutral. Least. That itself is great. But Muslim organization pulling each other's leg. This organization, I want to pull his leg so that people will think I'm the best. When you will be best? When you support everyone, Allah will help you. If you get Allah's help, that's the best. And I do agree with the brother that today what we're lacking is basic education. How many institutes do we have today who we can call excel in the field of education? Even if I have to send my son, who's about 4 years now, I doubt whether I'll send him to a Muslim school. We have Muslim schools in Bombay, but the level of education is atrocious. I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry to say. I know these people, they may be good people in the institution, but if you compare them with the missionary schools, their education is much higher. What do we do? If you feel that you cannot give a proper Islamic background to your school, yet put them in Muslim school. But if you're confident that you can give Islamic background at home and put them in missionary schools, and your son can do dawah in missionary school, then you can put them in missionary school. Otherwise, don't put. Don't put missionary school. If you have confidence that you can give enough Islamic knowledge, the parents themselves don't know Islam. What will they teach their children? If you are confident enough that you can train your child enough about Islam and even do dawah in that school, then I've got no objection if he goes to a missionary school. Otherwise, put him in a Muslim school, even if the Muslim school standard is low. At least his iman will be safe. Otherwise, he goes and becomes a doctor and goes far away from Islam. What's the use? So what we require, brother, now is institutions which are excelling in education, in modern education as well as deen together. Unfortunately, we have a segregation. The Dini Madaris, those that teach Quran fiqh separately and those which teach modern education separately. Even Quran is modern. We require a striking balance between the both. Teach both simultaneously. There are very few such organizations in the world which teach both simultaneously. Islamic values, Quran, Hadith, Sharia, and the education which we learn in science and technology, etc. If we have this, and then if we excel our people in this field, inshallah this will not be there. And we have to train our people. How to do proofreading is a technique. How to take out mistake is technique that when in journalism also, those people who have done the course of journalism will realize that taking out mistake is also technique. So more experienced a Muslim is in that field, the paper will be better. Hope that answers the question.